Welcome to the Diet Starts Never podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Nigro, aka Coach Rach. This podcast will teach you how to live your healthiest life in and out of the gym and put yourself first again. Oh, and we get long-lasting results here. I've made it my mission to help my clients ditch the diet mentality and heal their relationship with food and themselves. After transforming hundreds of bodies and minds, it's your turn. Are you ready? Welcome to the first episode of 2023. Oh my God, you guys, a new year. I think a new year is so refreshing. Like there's nothing like a January 1 to give you that boost of motivation, to give you that excited feeling for what's to come, to take the time to reassess where you're at, to do a self-assessment, to see how you're doing, to see how far you want to go, what goals you want to set for yourself this year, what change you want to make. I believe in balance. I believe in living a restriction-free lifestyle, and that's exactly what I do. I eat cake and brownies when I want to, and I focus on eating a clean, nutrient-dense meals majority of the time because it makes me feel good. I focus on feeling good over looking good, and the results make me actually look really good. It helps me maintain a lean physique year round. So these habits are my baseline. These are my go-to. These are how I live the life that I want for myself, and I hope they will help you do the same. These are not going to be anything you've never heard before, but my goal is to help educate you on why these habits are so important and give you some tips on how to implement them into your life. So let's just jump into it with what I personally believe is the number one habit you should focus on, and that is adequate sleep. Sleep is so important for everyone, no matter if you are an athlete or sedentary. It does not matter. We need proper sleep. There are so many sleep benefits. And yes, I'm going to list them for you. Mental clarity, increased recovery, improved mood. It improves your memory. It promotes detoxing. It increases heart health, insulin sensitivity resets. It helps your cells recover, which lowers inflammation. It helps lower stress. And when it comes to benefits for athletes for physical recovery, sleep promotes cardiovascular health. While you're sleeping, it helps balance the hormones in your immune system. These hormones can help you prevent illness. The majority of muscle tissue actually repairs and grows during sleep. An increased quality and quantity of sleep has been shown to improve overall athletic performance. So, I personally believe that if your sleep is not under control, if you cannot be giving your body at least the recovery that it needs, you should not be doing anything else. So, if you're going to focus on one habit this year, it should be improving your sleep. How many hours of sleep should you be getting? According to the National Sleep Foundation, young adults should be getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Older adults, they say about 7 to 8 hours. But I want you guys to understand how sleep affects body weight because we're talking about all of these habits in the term of fat loss and maintaining sustainable fat loss. So when you sleep, we have two hunger hormones. You have your satisfied hunger hormones that lets you know that you're full, which is leptin, and then you have your appetite promoting hormone, which is ghrelin. When you sleep, your satisfied hormone, leptin, will increase and appetite promoting hormone, ghrelin, will decrease. This tells your brain that you have plenty of energy to meet your needs. However, when you are sleep deprived, your leptin, that satisfied hormone levels, will decrease, which signals to your brain that you don't have enough energy for your needs, and your ghrelin, your appetite promoting hormones, can increase, making you feel hungrier. And this can lead to an increased caloric intake, which if you've ever been tired and feel like you're craving sugar, sweets, this is exactly why. Sleep deprivation can lead to an increase in ghrelin levels, which stimulates appetite and hunger. And then again, it can also lead to a decrease in leptin levels, which means that we feel hungry and have a larger appetite. So low leptin means low appetite suppression. So here are my best tips to help you promote sleep. I absolutely would try not to exceed 300 milligrams of caffeine a day and stop drinking it by 2 p.m. Limit fluids within 2 hours of bed so you can sleep more soundly and get up less. Create a bedtime routine. You guys know I love, love, love routines. Dim lighting before bed. Keep your room quiet. Keep your room cool. Avoid naps. Avoid large meals before bed. And kind of one that I love is limiting electronics before bed. So if you can focus on one thing, focus on getting better sleep. Next habit for promoting fat loss. And this one, yeah, some may argue it's not a habit, but I absolutely think it is. And it is following the 80-20 rule. So the reason I think this habit is so important for fat loss is it's what gives you balance in your life. Yeah, you can lose the fat, but you have to be able to keep it off. And if you live a life of restriction, a life of following 100% all or nothing, then you will not be able to sustain any weight loss. It is so unrealistic to be on 100% of the time, just like it is so unhealthy to be off 100% of the time. So this is where you create that balance. If you can start incorporating 80% of the time, majority of your life, healthy, clean, nutrient dense food that fuel your body and make you feel good, and 20% of the time you allow yourself, I say allow because we're not restricting, you allow yourself to enjoy the foods you love. That's how we create that balance. That's how we lose fat and keep it off. I personally believe that nutrition is almost 100% of fat loss. I think it's so much more important than working out. Actually, fitness is the least of my concerns when it comes to losing weight. I want to, focus on getting you healthy. And you do that through a balanced diet. You do that by getting adequate sleep. You do that by my next non negotiable habit is drinking water. Yes, water. Believe it or not, water actually makes up close to 70% of our bodies. So, this calorie free drink is necessary in larger quantities every single day. The importance of hydration. Oh my goodness, you guys, I can't even tell you. It regulates your body temperature, it keeps your joints lubricated, it prevents infections, delivers nutrients to cells. Transporting waste products keeps your skin healthy, glowy, beautiful, improves sleep quality, improves mood, it helps increase performance during exercise, and it helps increase recovery. And to top it all off, it aids in weight loss. What is the correct recommendation for water? So, the bare minimum, to calculate your bare minimum for water, you just take your body weight and divide it by 2, and that equals the fluid ounces minimum. So, for example, if you are 200 pounds and you divide it by 2, you require a minimum 100 ounces of water every single day. If you are very highly active, you should be drinking more water. If you are consuming, let's say you're at a maintenance phase or in a reverse diet and consuming more food, you should be consuming more water to help aid in that digestion. If you are at higher altitude, so maybe you're a flight attendant, you should be consuming more water because those higher altitudes will dehydrate you. If you're taking certain medications, you should be consuming more water. So I am going to suggest a standard gallon a day is going to be enough to keep your internal health happy. But not only that, a gallon a day helps keep you lean. It helps flush out unnecessary toxins in your body. You need to give your body enough water to help flush out the water that it does not need. And that's why you may feel bloated. So, some symptoms of dehydration: dizziness, headaches, increased heart rate, dark urine, low blood pressure, fatigue. If you are experiencing any of that, you need to get that water in. So if you're somebody who struggles to get the water in, I would try drinking as much as you can first thing when you wake up. Set alarms. Every time you look at that water bottle, chug some. Choose beverages with low levels of sugar and calories if you need some flavor in it. Get a fun water bottle. Do what you got to do and get hydrated. Okay, number 4 for non-negotiable habits for fat loss, I believe is movement, and not just picking up weights and putting them down. I literally mean moving your body, increasing your total daily energy expenditure. There are so many reasons why exercise is important. It is important for your wellness and overall health, for rehab, for improving sport or activity, increasing strength, improving physical appearance, psychological benefits. So, a common reason why someone may decide to become physically active is to improve the way one feels. Most of the time, it's to improve the way you look. But if you can chase the feeling of feeling really good through movement, then it makes it so much more fun. If you go about this saying, "Oh my god, I hate exercise. I hate moving. I just want to lay on the couch," then it's never going to be fun for you and you're never going to be able to incorporate it as a habit. You need to look at movement as an opportunity to move your body. Do you know how many people would kill for the opportunity to walk? Just to walk. If you can do one thing through movement, it's walk. Walking is so good for you. It's such a good low impact exercise. You might want to decrease physical or mental stress. You might want to improve your ability to perform a day to day movement or lower the risk for disease. And that's why you should be moving your body. I promise you, chase it, move your body for your health, and you will look freaking amazing. Yes, you will lose fat. It is inevitable, but you need to make sure you're doing a combination of everything that I'm saying. And this is why I have movement further down on this list, because the other three things should be coming first. If you can improve your overall movement, if you can keep up with consistent movement, it will help your body not only burn fat, but maintain that fat loss so much better. And this fact alone, it is literally scientifically proven that regular participation in physical activity reduces the risk of dying prematurely. Get the fuck up and move because of that fact. Am I right? Don't get me wrong. Wanting to look good through exercise is 100% a valid goal. And you should absolutely take that and run with it. But while you're trying to improve your physique, try and improve how you're feeling. Number 5 on non negotiable habits for fat loss is stress management. And I do not think this is the last most important one. I think it actually should have gone higher up on the list, but it is a non negotiable. You need to manage your stress. So, stress looks a lot different today than it did like years ago. But although like modern humans have made a great stride over time, our bodies and nervous systems have not yet evolved to understand that we have access to things that we need to survive. So our body stresses way easier because it doesn't realize that we're not being chased by a bird that's trying to kill us. We are just overwhelmed. Get what I'm saying? So our brains feel physical stress the same way it does mental stress. So it does not know the difference between the two. And that's why managing your physical and mental stress is so important when it comes to fat loss and being healthy overall. Under a stressful condition, the body's sole purpose is to survive. Therefore, we must make adaptations in order to manage that stress, ensuring that we can perform optimally and function efficiently. So, I want to remind you guys that eating in a calorie deficit is controlled starvation. But when it comes to creating a physical transformation, we must introduce stress to the body in the way of cardio resistance training and at times a calorie deficit. If we are asking the body to carry additional stress, it is imperative that we learn how to manage stress by identifying stressors and then creating an actionable plan to limit stress. So, part of my job as a coach is to help you create a healthy and sustainable protocol, a protocol that involves drastic restriction and an insane amount of activity is going to cause so much stress on your body. Cardio is a stressor. Weightlifting is a stressor. Eating in a deficit is a stressor. Going to work is a stressor. Life is a fucking stressor. And if we try to go all in on exercise, 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 undereat, 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 that is going to add an immense amount of stress on our bodies. And then you cannot recover, and then it cannot function properly. When under chronic stress, and remember, chronic stress can be caused by anything I just listed. The body will signal with symptoms or red flags that it's not feeling safe, and it's going to ask for things to be addressed. That's why it's so important to listen to your body. I want to give you guys an example. So I have a client who works a very high stress job, has a very high stress lifestyle. When I ask her stress levels, they are always about a 6 or a 7, which is chronic. It's chronic stress. And she loves to train. She wants to train and do cardio and sweat and be in the gym. But this is something, as her coach, I have to limit, because adding in a crazy amount of cardio and lifting in addition to the high stress environment she works and lives in is going to add more stress, and is going to put her body in a fight or flight mode and cause her to hold on to fat and cause her to not feel so good all of the time. So it's so important to understand the effects stress can have on you and how to limit it. So some tips for managing stress, make sure you're getting the proper amount of rest days, schedule you time, do something that brings you joy, walk outside in nature and sunlight, place an emphasis on whole foods and micronutrients, and take a good quality multivitamin or vitamins to combat any deficiencies. Remove any foods that you know cause you inflammation. Have complete meals and only have caffeine after a full meal, because that's a stressor alone on your hormones. And if you are somebody who is chronically stressed, get out of a calorie deficit. Reverse diet right now. You need to promote health, and your body can't be healthy if it's chronically stressed and in a calorie deficit. If you need to focus on one thing at a time out of all of these habits I just listed, do it. But you absolutely need to focus on all of these habits in a combination if you want to live a healthy, fit lifestyle. If you want to lose fat for good and keep it off, this is a combination of what you need. And remember, you guys, I'm telling you all of this to help educate you and help you realize that something has to change. I want to give you a push in the right direction, and I want to give you the tough love you need to promote that change. If you are somebody who has struggled to make change in the past, it is time to do something different. So maybe instead of making a drastic change and focusing on all 5 of these habits at once, focus on one at a time. Focus on sleep, and then focus on stress management, and then the 80-20 rule, and then water, and then movement. One step at a time. Take it day by day. You got this. If you are sick and tired of playing the guessing game and want a plan that actually works and want to know if what you're doing on a day-to-day basis is right for your body, it might be time to look elsewhere and outsource and get some help from somebody who knows how to help you and who can take the guessing work away and make it feel very easy, who can take the stress away from you. So I would love to be the person to help you do so. Part of the thing I love to do as a coach is educate you on your body and help you understand what your body is saying to you, and helping you take your current lifestyle and elevate it and tweak it just a little bit so that we can implement these habits that I just went over and help you reach your long-term goals so that you can lose that fat and keep it off for the rest of your life. And I truly hate to focus so much on fat loss, because I really think this is a goal of getting healthy. But I know you. I know you want to lose fat. I know you want to reach that goal. I know you want to maintain that lean physique. So I'm trying to give you the best of both worlds here. All right, that is a wrap on today's episode. It definitely went a little bit longer than intended, but these habits were very important. Coming up, I have very exciting episodes for you guys, just to give you an idea of what to look forward to. We have an episode all about alcohol. We have an episode on why you need a diet break to lose weight. We have episodes on dining out. We have episodes on nutrition hacks, or my top nutrition hacks as a health and fitness coach. So much to come in 2023. Thank you guys so much for committing to listening to me this year, and I appreciate every single one of you. Have a great day.